okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford has called out Floyd Mayweather, saying the retired legend is only chasing fights for financial gain. Crawford stressed that he has no desire to step into the ring with Mayweather and never even considered such a matchup. In his view, these kinds of bouts aren't about proving legacy or greatness, but simply about generating attention and huge paydays. He pointed out that Mayweather, since retiring, has focused more on money-making exhibitions rather than true competition. Crawford concluded that although Mayweather had his time at the top, the spotlight now belongs to him, and he won't allow money-focused distractions to take away from the success he's already built in boxing.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever...
Never.
Real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, he did that. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
Yeah, like plotting. Like,
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Observers claim that Floyd Mayweather's current role in boxing is driven less by legacy and more by profit. Once hailed for his defensive genius and undefeated record, Mayweather has turned to exhibition matches that generate headlines and huge payouts, but offer little to the sport itself. Commentators point out that he often flaunts his wealth, showing he hardly needs the money, yet still seeks out these lucrative events. This has led to growing criticism that since retiring, Mayweather is prioritizing business ventures over genuine competition, a shift that has left sections of his fan base disillusioned with how his career has evolved.
A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine them.
Ex-world champion Timothy Bradley has stirred discussion by weighing in on a potential clash between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. Bradley believes Mayweather has always been vulnerable against southpaws and that Crawford's versatile switch-hitting style would create serious difficulties. He highlights Crawford's timing, adaptability, and ability to fight from multiple stances as weapons that could penetrate Mayweather's legendary defense. Going a step further, Bradley downplays Floyd's aura of invincibility, claiming that Crawford's skill set is exactly the kind of challenge he couldn't handle. His comments have intensified the debate among boxing fans about how such a showdown might actually play out.
But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter, Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand. The way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? No, man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep, I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Is the most...
Some analysts push back against the Crawford-Mayweather comparisons, calling them premature. They highlight that Mayweather's career resume features a deep roster of top-tier fighters, something Crawford's record does not fully mirror. In their view, the contrast makes it unfair to measure Crawford against a legend whose achievements have already stood the test of time. While Crawford's success is notable, they argue his legacy is still in progress, whereas Mayweather's place among boxing's greats has long been secured. For this reason, they caution against putting Crawford on the same level just yet.
The game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites.
Boxing analyst Showbiz The Adult stirred controversy by suggesting that Terence Crawford should be ranked ahead of Floyd Mayweather for one defining reason. He pointed to Crawford's triumph over Canelo Alvarez, arguing that Mayweather, for all his accomplishments, would never have taken such a dangerous fight under the same circumstances. Showbiz noted that Crawford dared to step up and wait to face a prime high-risk opponent, whereas Mayweather's career choices were more carefully timed and strategically managed. In his view, this willingness to embrace danger gives Crawford's legacy an edge, directly challenging the idea of Mayweather's untouchable status in boxing history.
There's Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather, or better than Floyd Mayweather. Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even.
Terence Crawford has openly voiced his frustration over being constantly compared to Floyd Mayweather. He has stated clearly that he has no interest in facing Mayweather, reminding fans that Floyd's era has already passed. Crawford argues that the present moment belongs to him, and supporters should focus on the history he is building right now, rather than looking backward. Though he respects Mayweather's legacy, Crawford believes the two careers should stand apart. To him, pitting his prime against a retired fighter is unfair, as Mayweather has already stepped away, while Crawford is still actively defining his reign in boxing.
Making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather, how do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
Questioned about a potential Mayweather-Crawford clash, Danny Garcia, who has shared the ring with elite opponents himself, offered a balance take. Instead of favoring one side, he predicted the matchup could end in a stalemate. According to Garcia, Mayweather's defensive brilliance and Crawford's adaptable offense would likely cancel each other out, making it difficult for either man to gain a decisive edge. His perspective highlights the immense respect both fighters have earned, reinforcing the belief that their talents are so closely matched that even an imaginary contest might finish without a clear victor. Garcia's remarks only fueled further debate among boxing fans.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever at 147, that's tough. I don't know. A draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's hard in the...
Ex-champion Shane Mosley added his voice to the debate, claiming that Floyd Mayweather's lack of size would cost him dearly against Terence Crawford. In Mosley's view, Mayweather's technical brilliance wouldn't be enough to overcome Crawford's physical edge in power, reach, and versatility. He explained that Crawford's ability to switch stances and dictate the fight with superior size would limit the effectiveness of Mayweather's trademark defense. Mosley stressed that Floyd excelled against fighters of similar dimensions, but against someone naturally bigger and stronger like Crawford, the difference would be decisive. His comments underline the idea that physical attributes can be just as important as skill in hypothetical matchups.
With Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no questioning the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Boxing analyst Showbiz The Adult offered a more measured perspective on the Crawford-Mayweather debate. He acknowledged that Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez has sparked claims that his legacy may rival or surpass Floyd's. Yet he warned against reducing the discussion to one defining moment, pointing out that legacies are built over time, not just in a single fight. While praising Crawford's achievement, Showbiz emphasized that Mayweather's resume reflects decades of consistency, elite competition, and influence across several weight divisions. In his view, comparing the two requires a broader lens. His take gives credit to Crawford's rise while preserving respect for Mayweather's already cemented place in boxing history.
Wait to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And when Sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they can go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight class, they fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with.
Trainer Stephen Breadman Edwards brought a different angle to the conversation, urging the boxing world to move past constant comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. He explained that Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez was a rare historic achievement that should be celebrated without attaching Floyd's name to it. Edwards criticized the toxic debates where fans tried to diminish one fighter in order to elevate another. For him, Mayweather is retired and no longer relevant to Crawford's story. Instead, he believes the spotlight should remain squarely on Crawford's success and the credit he deserves for making history in his own right.
To Floyd.
You know, man, I don't really want to compare them right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, you know, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights will go and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight, you know. They could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC.